A Beaverton man has decided to live out his dream in a most unusual way. By day, he works a normal job, but at night, he pulls on red spandex tights, grabs a ballistic shield, and patrols local neighborhoods looking for trouble. He likes to think of himself as a modern-day superhero and calls himself the Guardian Shield. If all this seems a bit too much to believe, maybe you'll believe it when you see it. This isn't exactly Gotham City, New York, but under a full moon, you might almost believe that Beaverton, Oregon, is a place protected by superheroes. Especially if you happen to see a guy in red tights who now patrols city apartment complexes. His name is Guardian Shield. What should I call you? Should I call you the whole thing, Guardian Shield, or is there a short nickname I can call you?
Shield works.
He asked us not to use his real name and instead focus on his simple mission.
I make sure no one's breaking into cars or no one's fighting and people are getting home to their families after a long day of work.
Guardian Shield says he's been working on his superhero goal for 9 years, and he's certainly equipped. Tell me about your gear here. First of all, I mean, this is I hope you don't mind if I...
No, it's legit.
Shield.
It's the real deal. Yeah, it was a pretty penny.
What is it?
It's a Kent ballistic shield.
Besides the shield, there's pepper spray, a stun gun, a baton, a flashlight, a GoPro camera, and a first aid kit.
I want to be taken seriously. Everything that I do, I try to be legit as much as possible.
The Shield invited us along on one of his nightly patrols. He walked mainly the parking lots, looking for anything suspicious.
Oh, something's going on over next way.
And while we were with him, he got nothing but positive feedback.
Thanks for your service.
What do you guys think about it?
Well, I think it's actually pretty cool, like, seeing him around. You're just suddenly walking, and then he appears, and you just talk to him.
We ran into sister and brother, Katie and Chris De Lorenza, who told us they like seeing the Shield roaming around at night, but admit he did startle their mom.
She was getting out of her car, and he talked to her, and instead of talking to him, she screamed. So, yeah, she got scared.
You got to go where the people are. Sometimes you might, like sometimes when I first started, you feel a little skittish at first. You're like, I don't know if I should interact with certain people, and, but that's why you're out here, is to help people and let them know you're out here.
The Shield told us so far his interactions with police have been positive. But I asked, what happens if one day he rushes in and someone gets hurt, and then someone decides to sue?
If I intervene, that means somebody was down and nobody was doing nothing. And I'm tired of that. People are sue happy, but there's also a reason why nobody gives a crap in this world. And bad things happen, and it's unacceptable. How are you?
Good, how are you? I've heard so much about you.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, my dad and both my mom are like, yeah, there's this guy walking around with a shield.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Cell phone shots with fans, all part of the job, it seems. But really, how long can he keep this up?
I'll go as long as I can. I'll go until either physically or mentally I can't do it anymore. And hopefully in that process, I'll inspire future people to pick up where I leave off.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, thank you. Have a good night.
Although we agreed not to use his real name, we did check him out. We can't find any criminal record or background. And as we said, police do know about him, and while they don't encourage people to step into dangerous situations, they do appreciate people who will call 911 when they spot trouble, and the Shield has done that. If you're interested in learning more about him, we have a link to his Facebook page at kptv.com. By the way, I asked the Guardian Shield if he has a significant other and what they think about his nightly patrols. He said that information is classified.